All right, Nethmi, we're going to watch your breaststroke here from the side view. Okay, a couple things that we really like as we first start looking at it. We love how your head position is staying right in line with your shoulders. One thing we see a lot of people tend to do is more of a head bob where you lift your chin up and you lift your chin down. When you come above the water, you do an excellent job of keeping that head nice in line with your spine, which is fantastic. Now, as you start to go down, you can see that you start to turn that head down. You want to let that head just fall in the water as you push forward. You don't need to lift your chin down. If you lift your head up perfectly with your shoulders, let it fall down with your shoulders. You can roll those shoulders forward all the way through. Great job of finishing your kick. You can see right here, your legs have just finished your kick and you haven't started that next pull, which is perfect. You want to make sure that you're finishing each and every kick. So you do a great job of finishing that kick. You're definitely lifting your head up a little bit late. Here, when we looked at the underwater view, you looked like you were way too deep. When we look here at the side, you're a little bit more shallow in the water. So this is a much better body position in the water. That's fantastic. Just make sure that we're always making sure that our head is staying still and looking down, and then we're lifting our head up just a little bit earlier. You can see here, that was a much better job of finishing with your head down. Hands are outstretched, but here that pull is, you're almost completely underneath your chin when your head's finally come above that water. So that's a little bit of a late breath. The breaststroke stroke itself is all about timing. If your timing is off a little bit, everything else is a little bit slower. So you've got to get that breath a little bit earlier to get that timing a little bit better. Yeah, this is definitely much more shallow in the water, which is perfect. We always want, this is the depth we want to have you all the time. Your head is just going underwater. You're finishing your kick right here, which is excellent. And then you're starting the next pull, which is great. Just get up a little bit earlier with that breath. All right, as we come into that turn here, that was a much better job of finishing your kick, but you can see how wide your hands are you hitting that wall. Make sure you keep those hands in a little bit better. Stretch your hands forward. You don't need to let them go quite so wide. As they push forward with your hands one next to the other, keep those hands that way, okay? As we come into our turn, your eyes are looking a little bit more this way, but they're down. Just look at this hand here. Watch the hand that's left on the wall. If you can keep your eyes on the hand that's left on the wall, you're going to be a lot better. The other thing you can see is about half of your back is out of the water, so you're doing what we call as a pull-up. When we do our turns, we want to transition from one direction to the next as quickly as we can. So keep your shoulders right at water depth. Drive that hand right behind your head, and then get into a nice tight streamline. Okay. So here you're a little bit too high in the water. You start to do that pull. You do a great job of watching that hand come straight off, and we love how you bend your elbow and you get your hand back. But you can see you're on that back as we turn. That was a little bit better streamlined, but you just push off on that wall on your back. You've got to make sure you're on your stomach, or at least turning toward your stomach when you push off that wall. That is close to a better streamline, but again, we want to lock those elbows a little bit better. We can tell there's a lot of space here, so we're not really a tight streamline like we want to see. You may have actually done a little bit of a dolphin kick, but no breaststroke kick here. All right, so you did the dolphin kick, you did the pull, but no breaststroke kick. You've got to make sure you do that breaststroke kick as well. Part of the reason why you didn't do it, too shallow, you came up too quickly, so make sure you really stretch that breaststroke out a little bit further with the pull out. Here's where the flags are, so you're not even actually past the flags yet. You're really right at the flags. And ideally, the very first stroke you're doing, if you're waiting, should be, this is where your feet should be, right here. So you should be almost a full body length past those flags. So work on a 3-second glide, then a dolphin kick, 2-second glide, then a pull, 2-second glide, then a kick, 1-second glide, then swim. Okay, so it's a total of about 7 or 8 seconds that you're going to be underwater if you do your pull out correctly. All right, so let's just work on those couple things, and we're going to find even more progress. This is so much of a better body line, though, so we're really, really happy with that, Nethmi. Just keep shallow like this. Thanks so much.